Alright, good day everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Wysol and today I'm going to be doing a little video on a crystal called Zircon. Now this isn't cubic zirconia, so it's not a synthetic zircon. This is an actual zircon from Pakistan. So for those who don't know what zircon is, it is the oldest known crystal currently found on Earth. So they date them to about 4.6 billion years old. And I have a piece right here. So I'm not sure if you are going to get it properly on the camera because the camera's not a fan of focusing. So I will probably put a picture up like while I'm trying to focus the camera, like right now or something, because it doesn't really like focusing. Yeah, I don't think it will. Alright, so this is a rather potent crystal. I don't know if it's because I've not really got many kind of fire element stones, but this is like the first crystal I've ever kind of held on for most of the day. With Moldavite I kind of wore it for like the whole day when I got Moldavite, but that came as like a pendant. So my first Moldavite was a rather small piece that I've been wearing on my head for like the last week. I'm not wearing it right now. I might put it on in a sec actually to kind of let you know what it feels like with Moldavite on my Ajna chakra, so I'll pop it on and kind of place this there as well, because it is, these two together are crazy intense, okay? You can't find a red tektite. I don't know of any red tektites that you can find, so I was looking for like, I wasn't actually kind of trying to look for like a red crystal, I was just looking for zircon, and I found this beautiful kind of pigeon blood red zircon. Again, you can't see it well on camera. I'll try. No, I'll put a picture of it again. But yeah, you can't find the red tektite. So again, Moldavite, little piece of Moldavite. Not really able to see it well, but there's Moldavite there. You can't find the Libyan desert glass is kind of see-through. Where's my Libyan desert glass? Kind of see-through like that colour. Sintanami is kind of, there's my big piece of Moldavite and my Sintanami pendant. And yeah, you can't find a tektite that's red. There isn't one. So I think this goes well with tektites, in all honesty. It gives you that energetic surge in your hand, like where it's like electronic pulsations, kind of warm, warm, like oscillations in your hand going warm, 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 warm. And this is the first crystal that I've kind of held on to for most of the day. I've never done this with any of my other crystals, and I have a bunch of different crystals. I've got like phenakite, I never even did this with a saligram. Never done this with herkimer, never done it with brucite, auralite, celeste. None of my other crystals I've ever felt the need to just hold on to it for most of the day. None of them. These are supposedly, some of them, so do your research, some of these are slightly radioactive. I don't know if this one is, but I've been wanting to hold on to it for most of yesterday. Like I just sat down just holding it. And then I started doing some energy work on it. So I'm going to show you a little snippet of me putting a herkimer diamond to my saligram, and I'll link my saligram video in the top of the corner, so you can check the saligram video out if you don't know what a saligram is. But I was basically energetically testing how intense it can be on my hand. So I was just holding it regularly on my hand, just seeing how it feels, and then I would amplify it with a herkimer diamond. So I'm going to pop my Moldavite down, get me one of my new fat herkimer diamonds. So I've got two of these, two big boys. Just do that. Two herkimer diamonds. They're about oh shit, probably about an inch and a bit, maybe 2 inches. But yeah, so I was doing this. So I had this in my hand, like so. I'm going to try, my light's there, so I'm going to try to keep you in the light so you can see. But basically I was doing, from here, you can literally feel the magnification with this. Like, as soon as you start getting close, it starts feeling heavier and heavier and more dense with energy. So when I was practicing this, when I was doing this, so I was going up and down, you can literally feel it, like getting heavier and more dense. So when I was doing this, I was like, I'm basically projecting energy out of the Herkimer diamond. So I tried the bit that I'm going to like show you now, which made me put my Herkimer diamond on the cellogram and spin my cellogram like some magic shit, which was very interesting. But these two love each other. Like, they love each other. But literally, like, you can feel it, like waves of it. Like when you brush it up, you can feel it energizing the zircon. You can feel it like a scan, like it's scanning it, kind of thing. Again, depending on you, you may not be as sensitive to crystals, but you can literally feel it scanning the zircon. It's crazy. But let's get back to the zircon, because this is what the video is about, and I think this is going to be a bit longer than I may have thought it would be. But this is, it just feels like fire. It just feels like energy, like being drawn into me. I did kind of sit on it for a little bit, and I did kind of, because it is red, so obviously it's going to stimulate the root chakra. So I kind of sat on it for a bit, and it kind of made me feel a bit euphoric, like it was very well stimulating my root chakra and kind of sending energy upwards. But I feel like it also can resonate with definitely the Ajna chakra, because when you do this, you get a very intense, again, whoop, 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 and it goes straight into your, you can feel this one straight away. Again, some of these are radioactive, so I'm not sure if I should be doing this, but I have been. Sue me. But let me put my moldavite on my head, and I'll let you know what it feels like with a moldavite. Again, because I feel, because there's no red tektites. So, yes, you can use black tektites for your root chakra, but imagine if you could get, although you could use the red one for sacral, and then use a black one, like a black tektite, for your root. So you could potentially use that to energize the sacral, in my opinion. But like if you wanted a chakra stimulation from just tektites, you could, or like old ass crystals, you could use that. You could use that. Another old crystal would be Auralite. Auralite 23. These are like 1.6 billion years old. But the zircon has a way different type of energy to it. Like, it's like a moldavite in your hand. Genuinely, it's obviously it's not like moldavite, but the sensations that you get from moldavite with the electrical feeling, the pulsations, the energy going up your arm, that's what I get from it, like legit. And it's a crystal. I actually, honestly, I'm going to compare it to phenakite, and I'm going to say I feel it more than phenakite. I feel it more than phenakite. So here is a piece of phenakite. Where are you? Is that one phenakite? Yeah, that one's phenakite. So I've got a piece of phenakite. I feel it way more than phenakite. I feel it way more than phenakite. I don't know if it's just me or if I've got crappy phenakite, but I've tested it with a I got it from Geofossils, and I've tested it with a diamond tester, and it comes up with on the 8 at scale 8. So it's not quartz. I don't think it's a topaz because it doesn't have that coloration, and it does feel intense, but it feels nothing like zircon. And phenakite is supposed to be the highest vibrational crystal, but this is giving me some sort of feels, honestly. Just the way it looks as well. Again, I'm sorry you can't really see it properly on the camera. I wonder if we can get some better lighting. Let me grab my camera. No, I'll still show you a picture anyway. But it feels like it's a Kundalini stimulant. Because when I was sitting under it, it was like stirring energy. It was like it was stirring like the Kundalini fire. Like it was like the sensation of it was kind of going up, energy kind of going up your pelvis. Like it was like you wanted to do an exercise called base pump. It was like you wanted to kind of send the energy up. So if you don't know what base pump is, it's like where you sit down and you tense everything from like your pelvis and you just hold it. That's kind of a Kundalini yoga exercise. It's just called base pump. You can probably Google it or YouTube it. But this is, I think, my new favourite stone. One of the favourites. Because again, like I mentioned, I've never held onto a crystal for most of the day. Like I held onto it while watching some stuff, doing some research. I just kept holding onto it, and then like I'd put it down when I go to like cook dinner or something, or go to the shop. But then I'll come back into my room, I'll pick it up and I'll hold it again, or I'll stick it in front of me. Again, I've never done this with other crystals, and I will just show you my other crystal. Well, not well, you're gonna see most of them, but I don't know if you're seeing this. Let me turn my thing around. So I've got a grid right here with my saligram. So that's a phenakite, tanzanite, auralite grid. Oh, I can stick my Herkimer's back, and my. So this is how the grid was set up originally. So dambarite, bruchite, dambarite, Herkimer's, tanzanite, and auralite on the outside with saligram in the middle. Comment down below what that makes you feel. Because to me that is rather intense, this grid. It's kind of spacey when you sit in front of it. But I like it. I've left it for like 24 hours nearly. I have taken the Herkimer diamonds out and the dambarite to charge, but the others have been like around selenite for a long time, so I didn't stick them out in the sun. Anyway, let's get back to the zircon, because I'm. Oh, sorry. All right, let's stick my moldavite on my head. And I'll let you know what it feels like with the zircon. I'm going to tell you that it feels intense because I've already done this. It feels crazy intense and very spacey, but it also feels good. Oh, sorry. Saves me untying the goddamn thing, but I'm gonna look like a twat doing this on video. Where'd it go? There you are. Alright. So. At first, actually, so where did I get this idea of putting crystals on my forehead? I originally got this idea from someone named Azura Dragonfeather on YouTube. She is also a witch that does YouTube, a dragon witch as well actually, and she's also Dragon King, so go check her out. I keep saying king, Dragon Kin. So go check her out. She's got quite decent amount of videos on dragon magic and stuff if you want to check her out. Right, Zircon plus Moldavite on the Ajna chakra. So I can already feel the Moldavite pulsating into me. I'm kind of used to this now because I've been wearing it for like, God, at least 5 days, I think. 4 or 5 days. Alright, Zircon, Moldavite. This is intense, but I'll kind of try and describe it for you. It's like a high, like a legit kind of high. Like, it's like you've taken at least just like 1 or 2 pulls of a spliff, and that's what you got. Again, it's intense. It's like the Zircon feels like a little bit of a cleanser in a way, that it's not trying to remove impurities, say chemical impurities, but mental impurities, like burning away what you think about yourself and kind of other things. Yeah, burning away mental impurities, so like negative self-talk, just bad talking to yourself in a poor manner. Just it erodes it. It erodes like any ill thoughts or kind of, what's the word? A messy mind. I have read, because I did do some research. There's like, the reason why I'm doing a video on this, because there's like no videos on Zircon that kind of let you know how it feels with other crystals and stuff. And a lot of all the videos that are actually on Zircon are all in Hindi. So if you're English, you can't understand it. And there's like a handful of videos that have the robot talking about. Sorry, as I was saying, the card got full. There's like a handful of videos that have information on Zircon, or like an energetic read on Zircon, how it's making me feel, and what it can potentially do for other people. So if you have gone through times in your life where you haven't been maybe like emotionally or mentally supported, and it's caused you to have like bad emotions or bad self-talk to yourself because you never had it from other people, so you just kind of reflect your personal experience onto yourself, this stone is going to get rid of kind of all ill wishes you have for yourself, and it's going to fire you up. That's what I get from it. And it goes in one with something that I read online about Zircon, which I'm going to partially read out for you, because if you're into witchcraft and you're into black magic, this is a stone for you. And I'll read out what it says. I'm just going to have to quickly try and find where I read it, which was yesterday, about saligrams. So while I try to find this Zircons are red ones. The oldest ones are known to be found in Australia and Pakistan. So I got mine from Pakistan, and the ones this was actually, so the one that I have wasn't actually that expensive. It cost about 20 quid including postage and packaging from Pakistan. So let me just try to find this Zircon bit for you. Found, there you go. Alright, origin and name of mythology. So I'm just going to turn the camera around so you can see more. Alright, origin and name and mythology. So Zircon was a popular amulet in the Middle Ages. This is from a website called Crystal Age. I'm not going to read it all out. If you want to check it out, go check it out. So just type in red Zircon Crystal Age. So popular amulet used to protect travellers in general and to wards against plague, wounds and injuries and lightning strike. Funnily enough, I have fulgurite arriving, which is something that has been struck by lightning. It's said to become dull if the wearer is exposed to plague. So if COVID's around, this would probably go dull. I'm joking. That's what I thought yesterday when I read it though. I was like, it will become dull if it's exposed to plague. So should I just like hold it out for everyone in case, check if they got fucking COVID? Where was I? It was believed so powerful that even wearing a wax impression of this, taken from a zircon, would bestow protection. So, in the occult world, it's rather potent. It feels potent for a crystal. The only crystals I get this feeling from is a big Herkimer. Again, most of my phenokites are small, so I don't know if it's because of the size of my phenokite or not. Oh, that's going a bit funny. Well, yeah. I want to check this crystal out, actually. No. So, comparing it to like an aura quartz, sorry about the light, but this is a blue aura quartz. So I think it's just gold. It's not like a Tanzan aura quartz. Which is a alchemized quartz. Yeah, it's nothing like any of the other crystals that I have, except tektites. So these two, I can get the same feeling even when I'm just mainly the moldavite. I get the energy and the pulsating feeling from the moldavite. Slightly less intense. I still get the same feeling with the Sintanami, just less intense. But let's get back to mentioning about Zircon. So red Zircon possesses a fiery energy more aligned with the sacral chakra than the root. So that's why I mentioned, it's not why I mentioned, I mean it might be why I mentioned, see, I'm guessing it is more aligned with the chakra. So I mentioned earlier that you could use, say if you wanted to align yourself with tektites and very old crystals, you could, where is my black tektite? Shit. I've got another one, but I've just clocked because I made a new pendant. So I took my black tektite off, and I don't know where my, oh there it is. I'm chatting poop. Alright, so for example, if you wanted to use like a black tektite to stimulate the root, Zircon for the sacral, Libyan desert glass for the solar plexus, moldavite for the heart, what could we use for the throat that isn't a crystal? Amber for the throat, and then if you wanted to go for a very old crystal for the Ajna chakra, auralite, or again you could use some tektites. You could literally kind of replace it with another Libyan desert glass or Darwin glass. That could work. For the crown chakra you could use like a Herkimer diamond, or again you can use Libyan desert glass, moldavite, Sintanami or Darwin glass for kind of any of the chakras. But if you kind of wanted to pair them with old crystals and stuff, you could. That's something that you could do. Yeah, it's more aligned in the sacred and root, yet its fire is not a conflagration, but steady and gentle warmth. So that's why it wasn't like an impulsive fire energy. It's like a steady energy. It enhances alertness while at the same time allowing the user to remain calm and neutral. Clears the heart both physically and emotionally, helping to stay ease with sadness. So I'm just going to read out where it said something to do with, yeah, Hilde von Bingen recommended it for clearing the eyes as well as treating madness. So what does it mean by treating madness? And I'm going to combine that with black magic. Now black magic is known to be rather dangerous, okay, if you're not doing it properly and not looking after yourself, okay? So it can lead to quote-unquote madness, or what people call insanity. But to be honest, being insane in this sort of world is a good thing, because I don't think you'd want to be normal in this sort of world currently. Anyway, but yeah, treating madness. So again, this is where I got the download that it would be good for anyone that's interested in kind of black magic to kind of help you from going insane. Anyway, black magic, don't fear black magic, because it doesn't, it's your mindset of what you're doing that makes you go insane, not what you're doing, okay? Only you can allow other things to affect you, okay? But I'm not going to stop reading out from that. You guys can check that website out if you want to. Just going to move my tripod again. So, Zircon is again a very energized crystal. I'm just going to stick that in front of the camera, see if it actually focuses. No, it's rather focusing on my face. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. But it's like a pyramid. Yeah, highly energized, very old crystal. It's like it wants to be worked with. It wants me to keep holding it. It just wants to be held and used. Not used, but like it wants to provide. It wants to provide its services to the user. That leaves me at a point. I'm going to activate this crystal now, because I haven't done that yet. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you next time. Peace out.